No?
didn't.
No. Yep. I had a white faux leather. It was so good. All right, we got what? We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to showtime.
2 minutes.
Till showtime.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Showtime.
And then what's the name of the guy? Zuma. He's the head of South Africa. He got up and everybody booed him. I mean, that's not great.
Yeah. He's not
He thought they were,
popular right
he thought they were
now.
saying Zuma.
Zuma, no.
Zuma out of town, baby.
Like on the
Are you going boo or boo earns?
Panella,
No,
yeah.
boo.
Boo
Panella,
earned.
They used to go, Lou.
Yeah.
Sir.
For Lou Panella.
And I thought it was really interesting. I saw the whole photo shot. There was Chelsea, Hillary, Bill, and does anybody remember Bill's girlfriend? Anybody remember?
Oh God, Monica was there.
Monica, yeah.
She was there? She really was there?
Come
Wearing
on,
a blue
pull
dress.
my leg. I'm gonna have to look that up.
You couldn't see her. She was
Monica
on the table.
Lewinsky.
You fibber.
You're the one in the corner smoking the cigar.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Dr. Fran, you're the one who's starting the rumor that Obama is having an affair with Tiger Woods' old wife there.
No, my Belgian friend told me that he was something happened with a Swedish woman. You probably can find that on Reddit or something.
You can go to lie.com and find out all about this shit.
Snopes. It's on Snopes.
Oh, yeah, honey, I'll fix your website.
Oh, it's so good to be back. It's so fabulous. Whoa.
Now that the house is back in place.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys did to the house when I was gone, but you did something, right?
Turn down the house.
Yeah, you a
Up
good
there it
witch or a
is.
bad witch?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to December 10th, 2013, Lauren's Place. And Lauren and friends, and we got a lot of great people. Hey, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How many of you get up in the morning, walk in the bathroom, and go, what happened to my Abby? You ever walk down the street and see somebody and think it's you in Second Life? Yeah, right. What about you, cat boy? I mean, where do you go? Like to the vet? Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I
yeah.
go to the zoo.
So I was in First Life having a great time. Went away for a couple of weeks, and all over South America and tangoed and stuff. But it was really funny. Somewhere along the line, I said to my dear, I said, "Oh, when we fly back, would you like to be a member of the Mile High Club?" And she said, "Sure, if you bring the scented candles." You got to get that. All right, take a little while.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got that.
Yeah.
The reefer.
Da-da-da-dum. Yeah, we got a lot of comedians here tonight. And then we have, of course, Lizaday Solo coming on in just about an hour. We've got 5 people doing comedy tonight, and then there's me that won't be making you laugh at all, okay? Right? Yeah. Do you know, I just found out this earlier. You guys may not know this, but if you get a Bitcoin and your computer stops working, that's a bitch.
You're boned.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear Barnes and Nobles is selling Bitcoins. Yeah, the best way to use a Bitcoin is to get a pizza, right? That's probably the only place that'll take one, I think.
God, that poor
Yeah.
guy who spent all his bitcoins on pizza.
And what happens if you forget your password? I'm always forgetting my password. What the fuck is that? That's like really losing your wallet, huh? And how about that? You know, if you go out and buy a Bitcoin, it could be worth anything.
My battery's dying
Your battery is dying. Oh, my God.
on my headset.
Oh, well, I was hoping it wasn't on your bottom set. Knock, knock. Who's there? CP. CP who? You'll never be able to mine Bitcoins that way.
Oh.
Wait a minute. We have something for that.
You have what? These are the Bitcoin joints. Why did the girl give the Bitcoin miner deodorant? Because his 6990 in his room was hot as hell. I don't know what that means. Anybody know anything about Bitcoins? But they're all over the news now. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Bernanke's going to take some. Give them out. Yeah, 5 people in here know who Ben Bernanke is, and the other 5 are
I
him.
do. Or the NSA, and they don't like what you're
The
saying.
rest of them don't
NSA.
know what Bitcoins are, so it don't make a hell of a lot of difference.
Is the NRA and the NSA, are they like friends?
Well, I don't think either one of them is friends with NASA.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah,
the
what's that?
NSA.
Wikipedia, the Bitcoin, yeah. So I went to the hairdresser today. Yes, I did. And that was really something. And there, you know, girls, come on, girls. The boys don't know this at the hairdressers, right? But they leave stuff around, books to read, that you wonder, why did these women ever write these books, okay? I don't know what they're kind of. This book is called Comfort Living, all right? A back to basic guide to a more balanced lifestyle. I mean, and if you get through this, I'd be blowing in here. Here, I just want you to, here's the exercise. Your comfort home in your own words, okay? And here we go. So they have these boxes, and these are words, and you circle the ones that you think are your comfort home, like calm, comfortable, useful, neat, airy, humble, organized, inspirational, cozy, friendly, traditional, quiet, cool, impressive, busy. You get the idea, right? So I couldn't find yelling, screaming, angry, fuck you. I couldn't find any of that in the comfort home in this book. I was absolutely amazed. Yeah, right. And then they have all sorts of things to do, like week 4 to do. Now it's your turn to build your own campfires. Start one for meal times and go from there. Where? Like in the house? Hi, honey. I'm just burning down a house. It's my comfort home. Yeah, but that's this book here. Yeah. And I mean, how many of you need to know this? She has in this book treasures. You know, things that we're supposed to collect for treasures, like photographs, art, mementos. We already know that. Who needs a book that tells us to do what we've already done, right? Anyhow, that book's not much fun, is it? All right. So, this show's going as well as last week's, I'm told. Yeah, I sure am, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know it's going to be a rough day if you've got 60 minutes hanging outside your office, right? Wanting to talk to you. Yeah, I didn't hear. Somebody in the back said something. I didn't hear you. What'd you say? Do you remember? Hello? Okay. Well, there we go. Anyhow, so, you know, you don't get invited to many weddings in Second Life anymore. Anybody been invited to a wedding in recent period?
No,
Yeah.
thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was asked to judge a divorce court, though.
Did you? Oh,
Sweet.
I thought that'd be so
That
much
is
fun.
awesome.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's great.
up because somebody left the toilet seat up.
Oh well, that's so much for that guy.
Tell you something. I'm all for gay marriages because I want to have Judge Judy do the gay divorce court. No, that was mine. No, it was mine. No, it was mine. Right? I'm thinking a lot of fun, right? Yeah. 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 And you don't get a lot of Second Life babies anymore. I don't know what happened to them, right? I don't know where they sent them. You met a
They all got
hermaphrodite?
returned.
How did you know, Caraway? I don't know how that.
Videos of mothers having babies, prim babies, or whatever.
You know, Pearlie, you've been on too long. When you go to YouTube to watch them delivering babies in Second Life. Yeah. Yeah. I tried to find a doctor in Second Life. Anybody try to get a doctor's appointment in here? Yeah. I said, oh, my God. I have a bladder
Yeah, they don't do
infection.
house calls anymore.
I don't know, I learned, but I'm sure you could find a gynecologist.
Yes, I'm sure.
Oh,
The gynecologist
people lining
anything
up.
like a male psychologist?
But
gynecologist.
same thing.
Hello, Lizaday. Lizaday's going to perform here later. And we might as well, since I've already ruined everything right here already. Easy. Are you good? Are you ready to get up here? Yes, how about,
easy.
yeah, come on. Yeah, Arthur Burns. Arthur, you here? You ready? You rocking?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
we
you.
hear you.
Yeah, you want to get up on the stage or you want to just sit there? Oh, you're coming up. All right, come on up here.
I guess I'll come
Let's
up
have
here.
some comedy.
Oh, guess I'll
boy.
probably come up here and work y'all a little bit, if that's all right.
What? What
If
that rabbit said?
I'll come over here and work y'all if that's all right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, do it.
Okay, let's see if I can get my specs on here and see what some of my notes here. Oh, I recently opened up for a DJ, and that's
Where's our
only right.
comedian? Where's our performer?
Age before beauty. He should have opened for me. I'm so good looking.
Is she having trouble?
No.
No, it's just you have to turn up your braille.
Oh, okay. Gotta make it bumpier.
Anyone ever see that movie called Bad Grandpa? Well, I'm worse Grandpa. Yeah, it's Jackass, the Grandpa, with Johnny Knoxville. Anyway, I'm worse Grandpa. Anyway, ever notice that when they take you, when you're bad off, somebody calls an ambulance for you, and but when you're able to get around, they call you ambulatory.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Just don't make sense. And then my wife was recently in the hospital, and it kind of gave me a few inspirational ideas for notes that I wrote down for this comedy routine tonight. And anyway, I was kept going up and down a lot of times during to see her and visiting her, and had to go up the elevator a lot, and it gave me a thought. Okay, now in England they call an elevator a lift. Okay. Now, that's fine, when you're going up, because nobody, because you lift up. But what do you call an elevator if you're going down?
Broken.
Because, nobody lifts down. Anyway.
You call it a dump.
At my age, I still got women coming and going in and out of my rooms at all hours of the night. Yeah, I was in the hospital. Yeah, it was anywhere nurses. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, they have to wake you up to tell you it's time to go to bed. Yeah. Yeah, at my age, having a hard on and jerking off, it can be real dangerous. They call it a stroke.
Oh.
Don't get me started on mini strokes. Literally, they don't get me started. Thank you. I tried to get on that health care that old Bubber was website.
Oh, Bumble.
Oh, yeah. Did I say old Bummer? Oh, yeah, I'm an old Bummer.
I thought you said old Bubba care.
Oh, Bubba.
No, it's old Bummer. B-U-M-M-E-R, old Bummer. Yeah. Yeah, I found the link if anybody wants it. It's 1-800-FUCK-ME. Does anyone know the meaning of the word twerk? Because now in my day, we used that word a lot when we said, okay, honey, I'll see you later, I'm off twerk.
That's awesome.
This is what the lady at the home, we always talk about the home, the rest home I live at. The old woman she was saying, she went to her doctor, she had two problems. She was constipated, and her glasses, she couldn't see good through anyway, she was saying, her hearing aid was what it was. Yeah, her hearing aid was in her constipation. So the doctor says, I can take care of both problems. First of all, your hearing aid, well, your suppository here is in your ear. And the other, there's only one guess where your hearing aid went. And the same old lady, she says, okay, I'm going to my doctor because I can't see good. So she says, okay, doctor, I can't see good, and he says, oh, I can fix that problem right there. He takes her glasses, cleans them, hands her back to her, and she says, oh, praise the Lord. Okay, that'll be $50. One thing I noticed is, one thing is real annoying with old people repeat themselves. Have you ever noticed that?
Okay.
I'm not homeless. I have a home. I just need to remember where it is. You ever notice how annoying it is when people repeat themselves?
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit forgetful. I lost my place. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Ever notice how annoying it is when people repeat themselves? We was talking about Christmas a while earlier, and there's a lot of traditions in Christmas. There's like Old Tannenbaum is from Germany. Noel is from France. Let's not forget the dreaded dreidel song.
Dreidel,
In fact is, I think the 12 Days of Christmas is a Jewish invention. Someone wanted instead of 8 Christmas presents, they wanted 12. Can't blame them there. And there's I always like to change up the words to traditional Christmas songs. Instead of jingle bells, I've always said dingle balls between the legs, let's go all the way. And my favorite, my wife's favorite Christmas song, deck your balls with my clenched fist. Ouch, 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 ouch.
That'd be a lot more than ouch. That would be more like, ah!
And, Native American Indians have long been known, or at least some tribes, have been known to eat horses. So the only Christmas song that Indians know is chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, no.
And the Mrs. Claus, she watches this Victoria's Secret special they have on Christmas every year. Well, she wanted herself some lingerie. So she tried lingerie on from Victoria's Secret, and Victoria's Secret is out. Victoria can't stop laughing. And I was going to come on sing ho ho ho, and no no no, I ain't calling Laura a hoe. Okay. I hope everyone has a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and most of all, everybody have a happy nude year.
Yeah. Oh, way to go. Way to go.
No, I didn't say nude. I said N-U-D-E, nude. Now,
Nude year, yes.
Have a happy new year.
That's my favorite expression, so I hope it catches on. All right, we'll see y'all later.
But take care. Thank you, Arthurburns. Yeah. I got to tell you something. I've been naughty and I've been nice, but it hasn't been with Santa Claus. Yeah. I'll tell you, I never give money to homeless people. You want to know why? First, they probably make more money than I do. Second, they get to work from home. And third, they get to drink on the job. I mean, come on. Please.
Oh, man.
That's heartless.
Yeah. This homeless person told me that he picked up a sandwich at the local Subway stop. You got to wonder Subway's that restaurant. I mean, who wants a Subway's? You know? Yeah. Well, actually, Dr. Fran will get that because of where she lives. Yeah, right. Is everybody having a good time? Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
I had one guy come up to me once in Second Life and say, you know, if I was the last man on Earth, would you go out with me? I just turned on my mic and I said, and if I was the last girl? Yeah. Any of you ever go out and you're looking at clothes or anything in First Life and you say to the salesperson, wow, these are nice textures? You know? Come on. I was wandering around the mall the other day. I was sitting down on all the chairs. Somebody came up and said, why are you doing that? I said, I'm looking for one with an L. Does anybody know, you know, does God ever delete anything? You know how this whole, you guys who showed up later, earlier, half this house just disappeared. It was like Linden God took it away or something, and we had to put it back. I mean, is that what God does? First Life, you know, oh, look at that house. Just throw a tornado over there. Yeah. So there was a Second Life suicide hotline. Did anybody ever try to use it?
No.
Yeah. I am one of the owners, and I got this in Phoenix's response, okay? I'm busy, but if you leave a message, I'll be back to you as soon as possible. That's not exactly what you want from somebody on a suicide hotline.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time I call, I crash.
We're sorry, but there's a 15-minute wait. Why don't you leave your number? We'll call you back. Oh, what are you doing up here, Chris Penning? I think you got to go back in the seat there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. By the way, EverQuest finally got spell check. That's really great, right?
Yay.
And what happened to these games? Do you remember these games? I don't know if you do. There was Active Worlds. Do you remember that one? Yeah.
No.
It was probably for geriatrics, you know.
Active Worlds. Okay. Today we're
Yeah, there was something.
arms.
Yeah, there was another thing. You know, while Second Life was coming along, there were things like Club Penguin. You never knew about that one. Or Ego, EGO, Three Realms, Furcadia, Gala Online, Habbo. How many of you remember Habbo? That was the big one at one time. That was the biggest of them all. None of you remember any of this shit because you were in Second Life and you didn't know anything was going on.
I've been in Second Life for 7 years now. I don't know any of this other stuff.
You know, I wish Second Life would just send me, you know, instead of all this other shit, just send me things. This is how much money you spent since you've been in here. I think I could have bought a car.
I did.
Could have bought a server to help Second Life.
Right. By the way, for those of you that don't know, this is coming out from the FDA. Apparently smoking costs less and is better for your health than the radiation coming out of our monitors.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go smoke my PC.
Yeah. What would happen if Second Life, you know, they so screw things up. So what would happen if all of a sudden you were connected to other people's voice calls? You could listen in.
You'd be working for the NSA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the NSA. They'll just offer you a job.
Right. Yeah. It was really great. Apparently the Chinese were listening on Hungarians. Do you think they understood what they were listening to?
Good luck translating that.
Right, exactly.
What the
yeah. Now, how many of you, when you go out to shop for clothes in First Life, just go into appearance and stand there with your arms out?
I do that
I
at
think
the
that'd
gym
be
and
great,
I'm trying to lose weight.
I think we should do that. Anybody ever try Match.com? Did any of you try that? There's so many new ones coming now. There's Zeusk and stuff like that, but Match.com was one of the first, right? They had the Daily 5, and you had to click yes or no on the Daily 5. Yeah. And in Daily 5 were 5 people that you never wanted to see or talk to. How did they show up as the Daily 5, you know? Yeah. Anyhow, yep. I'm going to bring up now our special guest tonight, Pookie Amsterdam. I want to hear you guys
Pookie,
really
all
roar
right.
for Pookie.
Yay.
Come on, Pookie. Yeah.
Bring on the Pookie.
got to get up to the stage because they probably take. Oh, look at that! Look how you remember these things. The fingers never forget.
All right.
What are you doing with your fingers, Spooky?
Yeah, I made it. Whoop, I'm off the stage. Okay.
There you are.
hold
No,
on.
you're there. You're on the stage.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
you're back of the
Fine.
stage. Come forward. There you go. That's great. A little more.
Okay.
A little more.
We love you.
Oy vey.
Now bite her. Hurry. Someone bite her.
Oh, look. That little boy in the back is looking up your skirt.
Perv cam. The perv cam is in effect.
Yep.
Lauren, thank you so much for having me here over for the holidays. I was in between holidays, and I just thought I'd stop by and be a little religiously incorrect with you all, if that's a possibility. Oh, yeah. Just a hairball. I hope I do wind up offending everybody. Because, you know, I was thinking about God and religion, and, you know, I see myself as a believer. I really do. That is, I believe that you believe in God. I mean, there are hundreds of fucking deities out there. Some even in this room tonight, okay? I mean, where do you begin? It's like mind-boggling. And, you know, I have heard that God is omnipotent, right? We've heard that word omnipotent, all-seeing, all-knowing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have privacy issues with that. I mean, it's one thing if my God is watching me, but your God, I don't want them spying on me. I got the NSA for that. I mean, come on, Santa Claus, okay, you can't do a thing about, really. But your God, come on, out of my brassiere drawer. and it brings up at this holy time of year, I mean, come on, which God is the true one? I mean, what happened to Mithras, to Isis, or even Zeus? I mean, they've got statues of these people, the gods, they existed. Did they just punch out on the old cosmic time clock? Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm Zoroaster. Hi, yeah, grab a Danish in the back. Buddha, I see you're coming in to take over my ship. That's great. We got Yahweh here. Okay, that means we can expect Jesus anytime soon. And then Allah, and we're out. Okay, guys, you can work together. Sort of. Sort of, right? So, like, I think the God between you and your raincoat, you know, the God we choose, says a lot more about us. I mean, I do think that we created God in our own image, right? So your God wants burning in hellfire. You might be a little angry. Right? Your God loves all the little children. You're a happier person, okay? Your God loves all the little children a bit too much. You got a problem. my God, I tell you, if I had a God, I would have to admit that she's very powerless, because if she had any power whatsoever, she would just shut some of this crap down, and now, I mean it. I mean, if my God had power, we would not be talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. You will be, believe me, people. And the Bible, okay? You know, the Bible, it's got me stumped. I mean, really, has it ever stumped you like you know the story of the Garden of Eden? The first story, right? And Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve, they were forbidden to eat from the tree of knowledge. Like, why not the tree of dumbass? I have never understood that. I'm sorry, do stupid people make better worshipers? I mean, come on. And I gotta ask, who did Cain have children with if there was only mom and dad? You know, I don't want to know. Better left unknown. But, you know, everybody knows that Jesus had a little sister, right? He actually had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. I know talking about favorites in the family is taboo, but I think we can agree that Mom liked him best. Yeah. You know those pictures of Jesus and Mary, right? That have the angels all around them, and in the corners their hands are outstretched, okay? Those aren't angels. Those are the other kids begging for some attention. Mom, over here. Mom, please look at me. Mom, I cut my knee. That's okay, Jimmy. Jesus will heal it. I know there's jealousy in family or sibling rivalry, as Liz Day said. But, whatever happened to, Jesus' brothers and sisters? Did they go into showbiz? No one knows. It's not like today where if you're the brother or sister of someone famous, you can get your own reality series, right? That would have been something to watch. I mean, and nothing like this. Hey, now on Torah After Dark, it's son of Joseph and elder brother of Jesus, here's Simon. My brother died. Ever since my brother died, we've been looking everywhere for him. Bada bing. If you see him on a piece of toast or in a carpet stain, please. And speaking of Joseph, another book that wasn't talked about much at the time, but was around, is Joseph's Diary. Here, let me read a small excerpt for you here. It's, Joseph's Diary. We'll start at, March 25th. March 25th, 3758. I came home early yesterday, and I heard Mary in the next room. She seemed she was turning quite a bit. And then I heard her screaming, "Oh, my God. Oh, my God! Oh, my God!" I rushed in. There was no one there but her, and that strange smile on her face. Okay, let's look forward a few months. December 25th, 3758. Well, our son is born. I don't think he looks like me, but Mary's crazy about him. Where do you get those blue eyes, though? Nobody in our family has them. The holidays might not bring out the best in Joseph. No, I think they were a bummer for him after that. And you know me, too. And when I get a little cranky around the holidays, I have some alternative outlets for anger. I'd like to share them with you just in case you ever fall into a black hole this season. You know the 10 items or fewer aisle at the checkout? A great place.
Yes.
Great place for venting. Sometimes I stand there and I say, "Excuse me, that's a dozen eggs?" That package of napkins, bucko, there must be 400 in there. I think you gotta go. I even found some satisfaction at the pro-life table at Times Square. Yeah, I walked up to the table and I asked, I thought very genuinely, "How many children have you adopted?" And the woman, I swear this is a true story, she said over the microphone, "We have a baby killer here."
Call security.
Right? Nobody's going to talk to me like that. So I stepped it up. And I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, do you have anything made in China?" You might want to check that out. Yeah, made in China. At first, she didn't get my drift with the one-child per family policy, but after a rather heated discussion, I won't get into because things flew, I think her kids' Barbie dolls are definitely going to burn in hell this Christmas. Absolutely. When athletes win, they always praise God. Thank you, Jesus, for the win. You never hear the other side, right? You never see an interview like this. "Hi, it's Jill McCracken here interviewing Alex Smith interviewing Trent Dilfer of the Cleveland Browns. So, Trent, what is it really like to lose?" Yeah, but not only to lose, but also to know that God just hates you. Ouch. Grown man cry. Ouch. I know I've joked about God, but to tell you the truth, he did. He came to me last night in a dream.
Love it.
Yes, he did. He came and he said, Pookie, or should I say, Pookie. I said, who is this? He said, it's God, Pookie. I said, wow, God. You know, what do you want of me? I mean, I really didn't know what to say. It's not like talking to Santa Claus. And he said, Pookie, I want to tell you that you own everything south of 14th Street in Manhattan. I said, wow, God, really? What? What do I have to do? And he said, you just have to convince those heathens on the New York Real Estate Board it's yours. Abraham. That's right, baby. Heathen's a great word, especially around the holidays. And I don't mean to segue into this.
It's true.
These recent articles on the spies in Second Life. Did you read about that? And it has me thinking, right, of course, we all did. What did they do? Look! Search! Let's try terrorist or mafia or bomb. All right? I mean, how difficult is it? But then they find out it's owned by Wrinkle Bunnyweather. Yeah. Join that one, guys. That is, if you have any empty groups left open. You know, they never think to go to Weight Watchers support group. You know, that's where all the, that's where all the infidels are. And you know, the English are in this too. The GCHQ, that's right, the Government Communications Headquarters. But for them it's a bit different. It's like, oh, the slave ships of doom, or the dungeon of unholy trouble. That sounds very dangerous indeed. Must check those out. Coming, Nigel. No, I found some very exotic lingerie that has to be investigated. For trademark infringement, of course, I might have to try some on. Right. See you back at Maloney's. Send you an unmarked car. It's a TV show, Second Life Spy. They fight crime and dance on poles. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. It's been because you have been the biggest and the best audience I've ever had, and I just don't say that to every crowd. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I love you, Pookie. Let's give it up. Come on, let's give it applause. That was a great routine. Yeah.
I agree. That was awesome, man.
And I agree with you, by the way. I never could figure out who Kane was fucking. I mean, it never made any sense.
Incest is best.
No wonder Abel was pissed off. Not me, Kane. Not again.
No. Incest is best. Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, we've got so many comedians, I'm not even going to go on with another joke. I'm going to pull somebody up. Doc, come on up here. Let's go.
Yay, Doc Ryan.
Yay, Doc.
Yay.
Yeah. Is this show better than last week's?
So far, yes. Definitely.
All I can say is, how the fuck am I supposed to follow that? All right. Since this is the ugliest sweater contest, I want to show you the ugly sweater that I got, and I will, during the course of my gig, change sweaters to make sure I am uglier than anybody else. Okay.
All right.
The ongoing saga of my stolen iPad. It's been a week, and I'm convinced it's gone. Okay. I thought that with the proof of life, which was the front camera lens they sent me in a box last week, would give me hope, but there's been nothing since then, okay? So I'm sitting here, and I'm trying to imagine what it's going through. I'm wondering, is it in the hands of some deserving young boy or girl whose daddy just couldn't afford to buy them a present and decided to re-gift them my possession? Or is it being tortured by the residents of a house filled of PCs loaded up with Windows Millennium? Or Vista, even? I'm thinking, oh, the pain and constant rebooting it must be witnessing all day. I can't bear to think of it. Oh, the mental torture of hearing Control-Alt-Delete over and over until your OS wants to explode. I'm wondering, will it succumb to its captor's punishment and brainwashing? Will we see a picture of it with a group of hackers breaking into some bank server like Patty Hearst? You never can tell. I lose sleep every night thinking about it. But I can't think about it right now. So let's just get into some news, okay? All right. Merrill Newman, the 85-year-old Korean war vet who was yanked off a plane literally minutes before leaving Korea on a pleasure trip, returned to the U.S. recently, and he told the local Santa Cruz newspaper that he was kept in a hotel room, not a jail cell, and fed traditional Korean food during his detention. If anything, he was bored, the newspaper said. He also says the apology he read about his time as a spy in North Korea was, quote, not my English. He said he was told to read it or else be forced to listen to 48 straight hours of Korean President Kim Jong-un reading the Korean phone book. Wang! Wei! Wong! Woo! That would drive me crazy. He also said part of the apology that was not shown was him saying how much he loved his Korean-made watch and how, although it lost 12 minutes every day, it was designed to in an attempt to undermine the American capitalist society by making him always late to meetings that would cost him money and bring down the U.S. economy. He also said in the taped interview that he drove a Daihatsu as his first car. Obviously, that is a lie. Now, this is amazing. Did you hear about the guy who was left locked up in a plane and he woke up alone inside the locked plane? Yes, Tom Wagner of Baton Rouge woke up Friday night and the plane cabin was dark and empty, completely empty. He looked around from his window seat in the back of the jet and he wondered, what's going on? He tried the jet door, it was locked. Not knowing what to do, he called his girlfriend and said, Debbie, you got to call the airlines. I'm locked in the plane. She didn't quite believe him, and she was laughing so hard he had to tell her to shut up. I'm serious, damn it. Finally, she believed him, and she called the airlines. Now, ExpressJet, the owner of the plane, said there's a typical post-deplaning checklist, but they couldn't explain how the man was left sleeping in the cabin after dozens of passengers debarked. Now, I obtained a copy of the deplaning procedure, and for me it was easy to see how Wagner was missed. There's no procedure for waking up an overweight hillbilly who smells like Louisiana bayou swamp shit. That makes sense to me. ExpressJet is writing a new procedure into their checklist, so this won't happen again. Now, in science news, about 3.5 billion years ago, or 18 gazillion second life years, around the time life is thought to have first arisen on Earth, Mars had a large freshwater lake that might well have been hospitable to life, which is pretty cool. The lake lays in the same crater where NASA's Mars rover Curiosity landed last year. It's been exploring ever since. The lake apparently lasted for hundreds of thousands of years. Whether any life ever appeared on Mars is not known, and Curiosity wasn't designed to answer that question. But the data coming back indicates a possibility of life. Now, the rover did take some rather convincing pictures in the Martian lake bed of the front end of a Packard and human bones believed to be that of Jimmy Hoffa as proof that the lake once supported life. I don't know. You're going to have to judge this one for yourself. Now, we talked about this story. I've heard other people talking about it. It's so crazy, it's got to be true. Spies with surveillance agencies in the U.S. and the U.K. have spent time undercover as orcs and blood elves, infiltrating video games like World of Warcraft in a hunt for terrorists, quote, hiding in plain sight. Agents from the CIA, FBI, Pentagon, and England's government communications headquarters infiltrated World of Warcraft and Second Life, as well as collecting information on the Xbox Live gaming network. That's right, folks. All 7 active SL residents are now being closely monitored, so watch your ass. Now, a 2008 NSA memo called online gaming, quote, a target-rich communications network where terrorists could communicate in plain sight. So, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, look to your left, look to your right. That furry sitting next to you right now could be an MBA from DeVry University's online cybersecurity program named Bert, sitting in an office somewhere with his feet propped up, waiting for you to discuss plans for attacking Starfleet headquarters or destabilizing the Miro market. Be forewarned. Now, none of the newly leaked documents published this time in conjunction with ProPublica and the New York Times mentioned specific terrorist activity foiled via this project, but I understand a number of 12th level mage spells were cast down. So I guess there's some good news, okay? Now, apparently, and this is the funny part, apparently so many agents were engaged in playing video games for national security reasons that a, quote, deconfliction group was created to make sure government agents weren't accidentally spying on each other. That is the height of it, okay? I wondered why the orc at the Temple of Obamacare wanted to know about my 2009 tax return, but I really couldn't put my finger on it until now. These people could be anywhere. Here, Zindra, or they might even be in Gore. God, they could be playing slaves. You know what? You know those people that say, screw the government? Well, I may have. Who knows? Okay, now. Never know. And, okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I am getting remarried in Second Life.
Oh.
Oh, we all invited.
Oh.
Yes. One of my slaves is being freed, so she can be my, quote, free companion. Okay? She's going to be my free companion, which basically means free until you piss me off and I bust you back to slave. But we're truly in love, and I'm telling you, nobody can polish my boots with their hair like she can. She's just all my other slaves are going to be bridesmaids, so
imagine the bridesmaid outfits.
All my other slaves are bridesmaids, so the consummation of the marriage is going to be an Olympic event. Trust me. I'm here to invite all my Lauren Live friends and family to the ceremony, Sunday, December 29th at 10 a.m. SLT. Now, entertainment at the ceremony beforehand will be a traditional Korean event called the Running of the Sluts, where we herd all the Kajira through the center of town, and the men try their best not to get run over by them. Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay. Now, this is going to be an in-character event, so break out your best Korean clothing. Now, if you don't have any, ladies, you're welcome to come naked. Or we have freebie outfits at our drop point at the Sim, and I'll give everybody the landmark later. Now, Catboy, you show up dressed like that, and you'll be the after-party entertainment. The how accurate is your spear thrust from a charging Kaila contest. Okay?
Yes, okay, I'm dead.
There's going to be party favors for all the guests. The ladies will be given their choice of steel or leather collars, and the gentlemen will get a brand new whip.
All right.
So, clear your calendars, folks. Hope to see you there. And Haley, yes, we even have green silks. Okay?
Oh. All right.
Now, courtesy quickly of the late night comedy circuit is this week's installment of the Lightning Round. Obamacare is still struggling to get off the ground. Experts now say the success or failure of Obamacare will depend on whether young people can sign up, which is why, as of today, it covers medical marijuana. This is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. For 2 decades, the secret launch code for America's nuclear missiles was 0000000. Even more amazing, George W. Bush forgot it twice. Today, gang members were caught on wiretap saying they have photos of Mayor Rob Ford, doing heroin, which is weird because I thought he had an exclusive deal with crack. Doesn't make sense. The information that Ford tried to buy the infamous video of him smoking crack, and the gang members wanted $500,000 and a car. Sounds like Ford would make a pretty good game show host. What do you think? Now, today the White House confirmed that Obama will be signing up for Obamacare. Yes, that's good because his current health plan doesn't cover headaches and depression caused by Obamacare. Pope Francis revealed that he used to work as a nightclub bouncer. In the same interview, he announced that on Tuesday nights, ladies get into heaven for free. Amazon is testing the delivery of packages by drone. So today, U.S. forces began bombarding Afghanistan with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Okay. According to a new report, America's teenagers are 30th in the world in math. Luckily, America's teenagers won't understand the report because they're 85th in reading. The president said despite the initial problems with the website, it's working better now and it's going to continue to improve. 1 million people visited on Monday, mostly to see if they recovered from injuries suffered at Walmart on Black Friday. Only about 50,000 people can use the site at one time. Why can only 50,000 people use a government website without crashing it, but 4 million can watch a kitten try to get its head out of a bag with no problem? I don't fucking get it. Some people got to the Obamacare process only to discover they had inadvertently joined the Navy. They ship out next week. All right, here we go. One of the biggest movies to come out this weekend was the Disney movie Frozen, which is an animated film about the Obamacare website. Kids hate this movie. An hour and a half of characters trying to fix a website. Now, in Nevada, where prostitution is legal, true story, prostitutes are signing up for Obamacare, which explains why the most popular pickup line in Nevada is, "Let me help you with your copay." This week, fast food workers in 100 American cities are going on strike. True story. The workers behind the counter want higher wages and better conditions. The drive-through workers? Nobody can understand what they want.
Onion rings.
Okay. Right. In 1941, Congress ruled that fourth Thursday in November would officially be observed as Thanksgiving Day, thus making it the last time Congress accomplished anything. You can tell Thanksgiving was getting closer when 5 turkeys from the United States showed up at the Moscow airport seeking asylum. I heard that New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is very excited about the movie Hunger Games. He apparently is under the impression it's about competitive eating. Okay, the big news this week, and I'll end it with this. The big news this week is that the U.S. finally got Iran to agree to stop making nuclear weapons. Hallelujah. In exchange, the U.S. had freed up $8 billion of Iran's assets. When asked how it plans to spend the money, Iran said, "We're going to buy nuclear weapons."
Oh, great.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, bravo, bravo. There we go. That is great. Whoa, we rocking tonight. So, anybody think we're better than last week? By the way, I'm joking. I wasn't here. I don't know. But here, I'm going to put in a link here. I want you guys to go vote for me. This is it. The last few days till the 13th for the win the Abby Choice Awards. I just really want one on my mantle, that I don't have a mantle. So I get a mantle to put it on if I win, right? Yeah. Anyhow, I'm just moving straight on. By the way, you got to say something. Dogs are pretty clever. They mark their territory with urine. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. So you think about it, If people did that, the homeless people would own everything, right? All right, Catboy, come up here. We don't have a lot of time. We've only got a few more. We're trying to get in. We got one more after you, Catboy, if we can get in. If we can't, then Roger can't get in. Magnus, you've got to come next week. We just had so much going on this week. Whoa.
All right, now, before we get started, I just wanted to say I rented the U-Haul truck. We'll be able to pick up the explosives by Wednesday, and we'll have the Federal Reserve blown up by the end of the week. Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? All right. All right, we're ready to go. Now, with that said, everyone heard the news this week.
Catboy. There are 5 guys in black outside from the NSA. They heard you say that. They're coming in to get you now.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Okay, we've been joking about it for weeks, but CNN confirmed this morning and last night that NSA has been sending spies specifically to Second Life. You know what? I don't mind the NSA having spies here as long as the bastards laugh at my jokes and applaud. All right? That's fine. I warn you, if you don't think my jokes are funny, I got nothing better to do. Yeah, I got nothing better to do than build pipe bombs if you don't keep a straight face on this one. They said on the news that the NSA is worried that terrorists can use the Sims in Second Life to plot out and train for terrorist attacks. I don't know what kind of terrorist attacks you guys are expecting, but if Gore ever declares a jihad in real life, I want to see that. Chicks in metal bikinis dressed up as slaves. Yeah, I want to be there.
Interesting. Oh my god.
By the way, in my opinion, I don't think the NSA is going to find Dick, unless, of course, that Dick is a giant scripted mesh attachment. Ooh, okay. Just for fun, we should start plotting protests and marches just to make them nervous, like right here, eh? Just to screw with their heads. Anyway, in the news, money. Oh, it turns out a lot of people discovered. Did you hear about the money that was raised by Comic Relief? They found out that some of that money was used to buy guns. And the Comic Relief said yes, it was the only way to keep Daniel Tosh from stealing all of their jokes.
Oh, boo.
Boo, boo. Okay. Warner Brothers Studios announced that former supermodel Gal Gadot, she's that lady from the Fast and Furious series. I'll bring down a photo of her. This woman is the next person to play Wonder Woman in the upcoming Justice League movies that are coming out under Warner Brothers Studios.
She's really pretty.
She's pretty, but I don't know. That doesn't scream Amazon princess to me. She kind of looks like an emaciated, I don't know, survivor from a war zone or something. But
maybe to a cat boy, but to the rest of us, it screams.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell is my problem.
Okay. In answer to this, since they're going to start using supermodels as superheroes, Marvel, who's owned by Disney Studios, they have announced that Mark Ruffalo is still going to be playing Bruce Banner in the next Avengers movie, but Andre Palick is going to be starring as the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Slightly different tale where when a man becomes angry, he turns into a highly effeminate waif. Sounds like the life story of RuPaul on Drag Race. Oh, did anyone hear today that scientists poring over data from Antarctica have discovered the lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth? Minus 90 degrees. 90! 90 degrees.
Minus 135.
Oh, no, that's in Fahrenheit. It's a 90, that would be 9 in Celsius. Yes. See, eventually it hits 90 for both. First the one, then the other. But apparently with this discovery was recorded by a satellite back in 2010. The reason why it took 3 years to uncover the data was that's how long it took for it to thaw out. Want to revisit what Doc was talking about earlier? A man flying from Lafayette, Houston. You remember he fell asleep in the plane, woke up with it all locked up. Couldn't leave the plane, had to phone his girlfriend for help, for someone to come get him out. ExpressJet has just recently, just before we got on tonight, they apologized for the incident, and they offered man a flying voucher. But he said no thanks, he'd rather sleep in a hotel. Okay. In Atlanta, did anyone hear this true story? Atlanta, a woman was arrested, a woman who was working in a McDonald's was arrested because she hid a marijuana blunt in someone's burger. Served it to him in the takeout. I heard plenty of rumors that this is how people are selling marijuana, hidden in takeout orders, but you're not supposed to smoke it first. You know? And get a load of this. In Nashville, in another McDonald's drive-thru, a couple, instead of their order, they were given a huge bag of cash. That was the nightly deposits as their takeout. Those people who work in the drive-thru need to stop toking up. Okay. Lauren was talking about the Starbucks cards that were on sale. They're on sale for like $400, $500. Get a load of this. I found out today that they were on sale for $1,200. These cards were going on sale for $1,200 on eBay. People were bidding that high enough. And the card only holds $400. It doesn't go higher than that. That's only enough money to buy one double espresso mocha. And the last thing I wanted to say was, unfortunately, the reality show on MTV, Teen Mom, was canceled. So I guess MTV knows when to pull out. And so do I. That's all I have for tonight, everybody.
Oh, hey, bravo. Hey, we're running tight here, so if Magnus wants, he's got 2 minutes. Come on up here, Magnus, and do your 2 minutes. We're going to get out of tonight. You good on this, Magnus? Yeah? Are you here? There he is. Here he comes. All right, Magnus.
Nice to hear you. Welcome back, Lauren, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. It's already
Magnus.
15 of your
Hey,
2 minute
everyone,
seconds.
can
You're
you hear
running
me?
out. Yes, now we can't. Go ahead.
Okay. I
Oh.
went to the doctor the other day. I said, with all the excitement of Christmas, I can't sleep. He said, try lying on the edge of your bed. You might soon drop off.
Oh, you might soon drop off.
So I
Bada
went to
bing.
the dentist. He said, say ah. I said, why? He said, my dog's just died.
Can't hear anything.
Turn up his volume on him and you can hear him then.
I don't even know if my mic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I went to the doctor the other day again. I said,
see?
it hurts when I do that. He said, well, don't do that.
That's a good one, yeah.
I'm gonna steal that for next week.
I saw that show the other day. 50 Things to Do Before You Die. I would have thought one of the obvious ones was shout for help before you do it. I was walking the streets of Glasgow the other week and I saw a sign saying, "This door is alarmed." I said to myself, "I know how you feel." There's an old saying, don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in your shoes, especially because then they'll be a mile away and you can steal their shoes.
I got shoes.
From eating, but I can't.
I was walking along the road the other day and on the pavement I saw a white baby ghost. However, when I come to think of it, it might have been a tissue. I was driving the other day and I spotted a sign by a special needs school which said, "Slow children." I thought, that can't do much for their self-esteem.
Oh no!
1 year ago, I got a bike for my birthday. I went pedalling off down the road. I knocked an old lady down. "Can't you ring your bell?" she said to me. I said, "I can ring my bell. I'm shit at riding bikes though." I went to the doctor's. He said, "I'd like you to lie on the couch." I said, "What for?" He said, "I need to sweep the floor."
Okay.
So I said to the taxi driver, "King Arthur's close." He said, "Don't worry, we will lose him at the next set of lights."
Okay. All right.
I went to the doctor and I said to him, "Have you got anything for wind?" The doctor said to me, "I have a kite."
I have a what?
Kite.
Oh.
You don't understand the language. A close is
Okay,
there's
just
a
I'm-
place called a close. You usually call it like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I had to help him out.
Sometimes I drink my
Translate the
whiskey
jokes
neat.
now.
Other times I take my tie off and I leave my shirt out of my trousers.
Okay.
My mother was always pulling my leg. That's why one is 6 inches longer than the other.
Ching.
I was cleaning out the attic the other day with the wife. Filthy, dirty, and covered with cobwebs. I love her though, she's good with the kids. I bumped into an old friend the other day. He's got poor eyesight.
Ba-ching.
And my last one for the evening. 2 elephants walked off a cliff. Boom, boom.
Bravo! Hey, Magnus, way to go. Thank you. Let's get to the days coming up. I'm going to get off the stage and everything. We had what a night tonight, huh, everybody?
Good night.
Yeah. Welcome. We're all back and rolling. Tell your friends, Lauren, Lysander, guests, secret guests, everything else. Well done, Magnus. Fabulous. Everybody. Doc, you were terrific. Liz, you get set up. Let us know, Jay, when we got everything rolling, all right?
Cookie rock.
Meantime, yeah. Well.
Will do.